Every time I do a horror convention, guys, I always like to share my experiences with you on my channel, and the latest one that I went to was For the Love of Horror in Manchester.
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
Now, the main reason I went there, in fact the only reason I went there for anyone famous, was because of Fred Dekker. Fred Dekker, if you don't know, is the director of The Monster Squad, which is a dedication to The Monster Squad, my channel name, Wolfman's Got Nards. He also directed Night of the Creeps. He directed an episode of Tales from the Crypt starring Miguel Ferrer, and that was a great episode. And he also directed Robocop 3, which he probably doesn't want to talk about. And most recently he co-wrote Predator with Shane Black. Shane Black and Fred Dekker do a lot of collaborations together. With any horror convention that you go to, even if you're not getting any signatures or any photographs, it's great to see some actors just walking past you saying hello to you. Bill Moseley bumped into me 3 times, which was great. He said hello every time. He was really nice. I was holding a jigsaw puppet for one of my friends' friends at the convention, and I was holding it in my arm in a really awkward way, and I turned around and I smacked this girl right in the stomach, and it looked really sore, and I was like, oh, really sorry, are you okay? And I looked up and it was Emily Perkins. She played Beverly Marsh in the It miniseries, so I was a little bit embarrassed at first, and I thought, oh, it's just you, it's fine. But she was okay and she went away. So that kind of connection that you have to some of the cast members of old movies and TV shows, something that you would never see unless you go to a horror convention, so that was a great experience as well. I think this year, For the Love of Horror, it was mostly centred around the Lost Boys. Most of the Lost Boy casts were there. I think the only 2 people that weren't there were Diane West and Corey Feldman. I think those were the only 2 that didn't make it. Anybody else who wasn't there have sadly passed away, but everybody else made it. Even Kiefer Sutherland made it for the Sunday. There was a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. Kiefer Sutherland was there on the Sunday. Celebrities aside, one of the other reasons that I love to go to these things is to meet people that I spoke to online for years. One of my friends, Robert, who I met him through doing custom Blu-ray covers when I used to sell custom Blu-ray covers to people. He was my biggest customer, and I got to meet him for the first time after 4 years or so. He's from Wales. He's a really nice guy. Just meeting all these kind of people that you speak to online, but you have no physical interaction with until you go to these places. So that was a great experience as well. And also, sometimes they do an after party, and this was what's the good thing about For the Love of Horror. They done an after party which we went to, and you always hope that some of the celebrities come to the after party as well, and they did. Some of the cast members from It, the miniseries, came to the after party as well, and that's when you get to mingle with the stars and you get to speak to them, especially when they've had a little drink in them as well. I went up to Brandon Crane, who plays Ben Hanscom. He's a lovely, lovely guy. He also was in It Chapter 2 as a board member. He's a really nice guy. I got a photograph with him. I also met Adam Farazil? I think that's how you pronounce it. He plays the young Eddie Kaspbrak in the It miniseries as well. Again, he's a really nice guy. These people who come to the after party and just mingle with everybody are just normal guys. They're really, really nice guys. So it was good to just chat to them on a human level. My friend Joseph Lennon, he goes to all these horror conventions as well, and he doesn't only just go to them, but he gets photographs with every person and gets signatures from everybody. So I was hanging around with him most of the day as well, going up to the stars and getting the autographs, and I was just standing next to him taking the selfies for him, which was great because I didn't pay for anything, and I was getting to see these stars up face to face, up close and personal. And in fact, he overbooked, and he wanted me to get a couple of signatures for him as well, and I had to get Jason Patrick's for him from the Lost Boys. So I got to meet some people without paying a penny, which was great, so thanks to Joe for that. I finally got to see the very famous Tim Capello live on stage as well. Tim Capello is the famous saxophone player in the Lost Boys. Well, he's not that famous from the Lost Boys, but yeah, everybody remembers his performance for that song, I Still Believe, and he performed that about 5 or 6 times during the after party, which was great because we were all drunk, and anytime he come on stage, he'd done a great performance. He's another really, really nice guy. As well as that, guys, as always with all these conventions, you get some really, really creative cosplayers out there. There was this one woman who goes to a few of them. She dressed up as Annie Wilkes from Misery. She was great. I got a photograph of her. I got a photograph of a couple of other people, Captain Spaulding, Alice from Resident Evil. Just some really, really good cosplayers out there. This was the first time I went to For the Love of Horror in the Bowlers Exhibition Centre in Manchester. I'll definitely be going back next year in 2020. I'm looking forward to see what kind of stars that they have next year. I heard that last year was great. They had Danny Trejo, they had Christina Lis from Child's Play 2. So they've always got these really great cult stars in the horror community. This year was no exception, and I'm really looking forward to next year. So did any of you guys go to For the Love of Horror this year, or have you went to any in the past? As always, leave your comments down below. Let me know your experiences for the Love of Horror and any other horror con that you've went to in the past as well. As always guys, thanks a lot for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.